Hi, my name is Doug Butler, and today I want to talk about leadership cadences or how you build a schedule that is predictable for your team. Now, remember, anything that we're trying to do from a leadership perspective or selling perspective is just to create a better experience overall. We want to lead by example. We want to make it as easy as possible for our teams to be able to execute and be successful at their jobs. Now, your teams want predictability. Every seller wants to do their job well. It's up to you as the leader to put in positions of success. Now, that can be really hard and challenging, but if you give them something that's easy, predictable, and it's a rhythm that they can understand and get behind, it allows them to not only have that predictability, but they can prepare properly. And then there's purpose to every engagement that you're having with your team on every day, every week, every month, every quarter. So where do you start, right? Well, first think about what are your main goals as a leader for the week. For me, I want pipeline clarity. I want to understand where my pipeline is. Is it scrubbed? Is it accurate? What deals are we pursuing and why? I also want to know what my internal initiative updates are. So there's always gaps or always broken process internally. And you should have a tiger team assigned to those to try to assist in the fixing of those. So you have a collective group together working to solve a problem. They have buy-in. They're making things better. They're making your life easier too as well. Lastly, just data cleanse and forecast accuracy. In sales, especially in leadership, we want to be able to commit to a number and drive to that number and not only meet it, but exceed it. So everything we're doing is just around pipeline, understanding, clarity, and accuracy. So when you start to think about your weekly cadence and each day of the week, you want to think about how you structure each one of those days. And you can see here as an example, each one of these activities build upon the next. So every day has a purpose, not only from a leadership perspective, but also for your team and your sellers. So everyone understands what it is they're doing on a particular day and the reason why they're doing it and how it builds and how it helps you navigate and lead the team through the entire week and get them ready for the next week, the next month, and then the quarter. So then you're going to want to start to think about on a monthly level. Right? So zoom out and, the same way that you thought about your goals for the week, think about your goals for the month. What are you trying to accomplish? For me, I want to validate my quarterly commit target. I want to make sure I'm tracking and trending towards that and that I'm going to hit that number. I want to know what my key deals are that are going to get me there and then what gaps there are and how do I fill them, either from a deal standpoint or an enablement standpoint. I want to be able to put motions in place to fill those gaps so I can hit that commit number. And when you start to organize your monthly cadence, right, you're going to break it down by week. And again, the same way that you build out your weekly cadence, each week has a purpose and it's going to build on the prior week. So whether it's, pipeline activity, creating it, scrubbing it, meeting with it, closing it, KPI and your goals and how you're trending towards that, the key deals that you need, and then everything that builds off of that. At the end of the month, you want to make sure your pipeline goals are met. All the KPI activities that you're driving towards have been achieved, and your pipeline is scrubbed not only for the next month, but for the current quarter, so you're hyper-focused on what you need to do. Then when you start thinking about managing your quarter, which is really difficult, right? How do you manage a 90-day process? What are those things you're trying to drive each month, and how do they build on each other? So, you want to think about how you're going to focus your resources over a 90-day period. What enablement for sales do you need for them to be successful? And how you're going to execute against the pipeline that you have or that you have to create. So when you break down your quarter, you want to do it in three components, right? Month one, month two, month three. And again, the same purposeful build on top of the last month, build on top of the last week, build on top of the last day. This is where you're going to want to stack those up. So by the end of the quarter, you've met your number, you've achieved your commit, you've driven way past it. You know what your pipeline is for the next quarter, and you're lined up as far as what you need to do moving forward. These are all the things that help your teams, your leaders, and ultimately your sales org just be hyper-focused, really prepared, and everyone knows what they're doing on a particular day or meeting. And those are the way you build a successful sales organization. Any other questions, please feel free to hit me up through my website. I provide personalized one-on-one coaching for folks of all career levels and helping them advance their careers. Always happy to lend a hand and arrange a chat. Thanks. Bye.